right, babies. It's that time again. Oh, yeah. It is a hot day on a Tuesday at the end of June. Oh, yeah, baby. So we're going to do some legs at the gym. And get some milk. And that's about it. That is the itinerary for the day. I will do a massage chair and a sauna and a shower as well, but yeah, it's a leg day, babies. And I have to hold my phone because the apparatus isn't working anymore, but I got another one, so I'm only going 2 miles, so I'll be all set. Don't worry about me. So we are happy and enjoying the Lord because we are taking inventory, taking the cure that God wants to bring to my life, and focusing on growing in Him instead of wanting any other circumstance. In fact, it's a good discipline to add to your Christian itinerary, as the Buddhist thought of desire creates suffering. And if you can see yourself wanting certain things to happen, so that when they don't, you become frustrated, anxious, depressed, obsessed, because you're wanting something to happen. So I'm not saying you can't want anything, because if you want to be closer to the Lord, then that's a good desire. But you can, even in that case, you could make it a negative thing, because you want it so bad, you beat yourself up over not being able to achieve your goals as much as you want. See, you're always creating suffering for yourself because you see yourself not getting what you want, even if what you want is a good thing. So what we do with that as Christians is we focus on the relationship that we are blessed with, and because it's a done deal, it's not something we have to create, then we can just be thankful for it. So when we're thankful for the relationship we have, then that feeds our spirit, and we find ourselves in that position of the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want mindset. So that's my message to you. I'm going to chill for a moment and see if God wants me to say something else to you. I guess that's pretty much it, and that's where we're going to land, because it's the simple things of life that are the most powerful, yet we experience them as difficult to ascertain, but that's because we make it difficult. we make it, we produce the anxiety. And so we continue to look for the beauty of God in all that's around us. And we can be thankful that God has made us who we are and that we have everything that Jesus had, which is a beautiful thing. So we don't have, there's no point in wanting because we've already been given. And that's a good place to be. And so we release that thankfulness to the world. We release it to those who are suffering. We release it to those who are caught in traps of ignorance and violence and hatred and murder and war and lack of opportunity and lack of finances and troubled relationships and troubled minds, emotionalities. We release the peace that we have in Jesus to the world so that they might experience what we experience, and it would be evidence to the world of the reality of God, and that it's not something we make up, but it's something that we co-create with God. Oh yeah, babies. And as far as the paradox of simplicity and complexity, it's simple that God is waiting for us to make a step toward Him. We make it complex when we say these steps are insufficient. You know, we become our own worst enemy because we're creating an expectation and a judgment that is contrary to God's. So if we let Him have His way, then as we live in the simplicity of this relationship and the life that it brings, then He will illuminate the complexities that require that simple foundation. And that's where we have to be disciplined, is making sure our foundation stays simple and it stays true, so that any complexities, any nuances, any new levels of understanding, any new levels of wisdom will be more easily added to us and will be more fluid in our reception of them, because we have the discipline of sustaining and maintaining that simple foundation that we are loved, we are His eternal bride, we are the center of His attention, and He's given us every good thing. Because when we don't believe that, when we don't live with that knowledge and acknowledgement, then it's, in a way, it's saying, we don't trust you, God. We don't believe you to be loving. We don't believe you to be all forgiving. And that's why we have to worry. So in order to honor God and the relationship He's given to us, it only makes sense. It's an act of reason that we live according to His truth, which is that we are loved, and because we're loved, we have everything we need.